to find out what is going to happen based on your experience. We expect that the State Independent Electoral Commission will actually come to kind of give an update so that people will get to find out some of the guidelines, some of the things that they need to do so that as they are going to the election, they should not go with ignorance. Like we said, the election is coming, it's a state election, whether some of those equipments or some of the guidelines used in the national election, the recent concluded election, which is 2023 election, where card reader was being used, beavers, and other, machines were used in agitation, and of course the voting pattern. So we don't know which one is going to be the voting pattern of the Niger State Independent Electoral Commission, how they want to conduct this election, how is it going to look like. It is on those background that we are hoping that the state INEC will take advantage of this platform to come and of course educate Nigerians the more, even though they have some other means of talking to people from their jingles and of course jingles that has been going around. But I think there are some development issues. By the time they appear live on air, people will get to ask them more questions. Well, we hope since we still have time, yes, they might come to explain. You have today, tomorrow, before the election, which is coming up on Saturday. Yes. Now let's give you a little rundown to the stories before we come to a true and digested. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has revoked the clemency granted to Maryam Sanda, a convict who was sentenced to death for killing her husband in 2017. Sanda's name was on the list of those to be released from prison earlier in the month. However, following outrage, the list was withdrawn, while Prince Lateef Fabemi, Minister of Justice, who chaired the committee that recommended the clemency for the convict, announced that it will be subjected to further scrutiny. In a review list released on Tuesday, Sanda's name appeared in the reduced terms of her imprisonment category, with her sentence commuted to 12 years imprisonment. She expected to spend about 5 more years, as she has spent 7 years behind the bar. Maryam Sanda's conviction for the culpable homicide of her husband, who she stabbed to death during a domestic dispute in her Abuja home, remains one of Nigeria's most high-profile cases of domestic violence and murder. Maryam Sanda was arraigned before the FCT High Court, where she maintained her innocence throughout the trial after a protracted legal battle that drew nation's attention. Justice Yusuf Halilu in January 2020 found her guilty of killing her husband and sentenced her to death by hanging. She had spent 6 years and 8 months at the Suleja Medium Prison Security Correctional Center. Now, that is the story about Maryam Sanda and how her sentence is being reduced to 12 years in prison. And this have actually been generating a lot of resentment by Nigerians every here and there. Now, that's all about that. Let's give you another story which will much later come to True and Digest. This one has to do with former INEC boss Professor Ataru Jegasa, reveal how politicians say they must win by any means necessary. Now, let's give you a rundown to this story. Former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Atahiru Jega, has condemned the desperation of Nigerian politicians to undermine the integrity of nation's electoral process. Speaking in Abuja while delivering a keynote address at the joint graduation ceremony of the National Institution for Legislative and Democratic Studies and University of Benin, Jega warned that such a do-or-die attitude posed a threat to the democratic development. He said Jega lamented how politicians' attitudes towards election has eroded public trust in the democratic process. He pointed out that despite 25 years of uninterrupted democracy since 1999, Nigeria has struggled with electoral malpractices, violence, and widespread distrust in the electoral system. Jega said, and I quote, "When we see the desperation of those politicians, it is very clear, as former President Olusegun Obasanjo said, that they engage with elections with do-or-die mentality. We must win by whatever means are necessary." Again, Jega went further to say, "No elections are perfect and none are likely to ever be," he admitted, stressing that electoral integrity is relative and measured as a continuum from the extreme worst case scenario to the ideal best case scenario. Now, that is according to Atayu Jega. Jega noted that Nigerian political landscape has for decades been tainted by the pursuit of power at all costs, adding that fixing the country's electoral process will require continuous concerted effort. Now, it is important that we are bringing this speech or statement from Jega at a time that here in the part of the world, talking about Niger State to be precise, we will be going into local government election in about 48 hours to come or thereabout, and you have desperation here and there. When there is an issue of insecurity that is bedeviling some part of the state, where you most likely going to experience a voter apathy from that ends, we have other people who are relatively enjoying peace, and they are kind of resentments against some of the policies and programs of the government, and the government feel they are okay and people are not too happy. So people expected that in some places there's going to be a kind of protest votes, and here you are, politicians who already have actually been celebrating their victory even before the election. It means that probably there could be a means of winning at all costs, and this is very dangerous to our democracy. So we are bringing this to you so we could together discuss it, so that we could have a better society. But just before then, let me have a words with my colleague. Ebile, let's begin with this issue of Maryam Sanda.
Yeah.
That has actually been going viral from the pronouncement of her, presidential pardon to the reverse, or rescinding that, pardon, reducing the pardon to a 12 years imprisonment after she has already spent 7 years. She's expected to add 5 years to that. Didn't you see this as a kind of big blow onto the very big image of the president and the presidency and Nigeria as a country where you grant a pardon to a murderer that has been sentenced by a competent court of jurisdiction, and you come back now to say you are giving her pardon after an outrage from Nigerians? You now come back again, do a U-turn, a reverse, and say you are giving her 12-month imprisonment, 12 years. What is the interest on insisting on granting pardon to a murderer?
You are very correct, Mr. Apaya. And the thing is, there is a whole lot of decay in the system. First of all, people always say something that the leaders have been blocked. They don't see the real reality on ground. And with this particular issue that happened, I think I have to agree with people, because when you look at the list that was released on the people on that particular list, we had murderers, we had kidnappers, we have drug lords, we have a whole lot of terrible people that are not supposed to be, released back into the society to come and socialize with people. And again, some people will argue with you again that they have been reformed, they have been corrected, that like the name implies, it is not the Nigerian Correctional Service, that they have been corrected and everything. But actually, have they been corrected? Is their mindset, has it been changed? These are many numerous questions that need to be asked first of all. Now, who is that person that imputes these people's name into that particular list? These are questions that need to be asked. Did the president even actually send this list to be ratified, to be vetted by the State Security Service, to the DSS, to check who are these people, what are their personalities in releasing them, what is the rationale behind releasing them? Now we are now bringing it back again that it was not actually revoked, but the sentence has been reduced. That means there is a power behind this particular list that is still being in play up till now.
A power that be
somewhere is still in place, still up till now. Because if not, why would you release? Because let's be realistic, Mr. Paya. Somebody killed your brother, and the court has already sentenced that person to death. And out of the blue, you see that person in the street the next day. What kind of message are you sending?
But they told you that she has probably, in the correctional center, she has been corrected and she has reformed. Now, my big question now, if she have actually been reformed, probably she is going out there not to kill again, no matter what. Then what now happened to the family of the deceased, the family of the lost person?
Exactly.
They brutally murdered.
Exactly.
You think, are you encouraging?
That's what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, these people need closure. The family needs closure. And the only closure they could get was sentencing her to life or death on the death row. This is the only closure they could get. Now you are opening fresh wound again. You're opening new wounds. And now this is like you now telling people that, okay, you can do anything illegal, you can do anything bad, and at the end of the day, you might be pardoned.
Okay, let's look at this. You talk about personality. Let's keep issue of personality aside.
Okay.
Let's even say she's even the daughter of the president, the number one citizen of the country. Now, let's strike balance here. You look at the advantage and disadvantage, the weights. If you release her on pardon, what will you gain? And if you murder her,
prerogative of mercy.
Prerogative of mercy, Baba.
You see, there is something I want you to understand. There is a where is my phone?
It's not here.
Who took my phone?
I think you left it in the reception.
Do you know that there was a security officer that wanted a meeting and his phone was stolen?
But we don't have that case in Badeggi Radio.
I should take my phone back.
So why Baba is you see what will you gain? Is there any political
any political goodwill? If there was anybody to be even pardoned, to me, Nnamdi Kanu should be pardoned. This is the kind of person that you can say, okay, if you want political gains, then Nnamdi Kanu should be released, should be pardoned.
My friend,
yes, Baba.
You see, power, it resonates around characters. Power has a frequency. And the Abuja that you are seeing, Abuja has class. There is Abuja, and there is Abuja.
So are you saying Maryam Sanda came from
a powerful class,
and as such,
after
murdering,
and that's why
brutally murdering her,
and that's why she was saying, "Who are you, ma, to marry a second wife?" And then the mother was supporting her. Do you know there are situations where a husband will be looked upon like a footmat?
Not yet.
But in Shikewa, why do you need a male gene chromosome? Why do you need X chromosome? It's an X and Y chromosome.
You need for reproduction.
And then why, if he's nobody, why are you looking for his chromosome?
This is Nigeria.
No! No.
It could be purchased.
Because what I want to, it could be purchased. Why don't you buy a donor egg and then get even somebody surrogate? Buy donor sperm, buy donor egg, get a surrogate to deliver something that is not yours. Or they take your egg and then buy sperm from the sperm bank, and God will save you if you didn't buy a sperm bank, a gene from somebody who is a naturally mutated criminal, a murderer, a thief, a gangster, a mafia gangster. Take his gene, put it to your own. You're born a gangster. Do you understand me at all? It is the whole concept of prerogative of mercy that you are going to revisit. It has happened here in Niger. When we say wrong, they say, where do we come from? But you are writing history.
You are writing history. It will now be in the history
that you pardoned murderers.
People of this village.
Forget the village.
Gaba. It will remain fresh in their memory. And the administration, they will always remember that, yes, they have their own people being killed, and the court have sentenced
those killers to death, and somebody came from somewhere that he has the power to free the killer, and the killer is freed.
And this is a killer who have actually dared everybody in the states to arrest him. Well,
how do you spell prerogative of mercy? Prerogative. Is it prerogative? Prerogative of mercy. Is it of mercy?
Mercy, yes.
Then do you have mercy for somebody who butchers somebody and cut that person to pieces? How do you grant mercy to somebody who out of envy or out of
I think we have it here, Baba.
Because what you are looking at, the prerogative of mercy, also known as royal prerogative of mercy in Commonwealth realms, is a constitutional power traditionally vested in the head of state, e.g. the monarch or governor general, to grant pardons, reduce sentences, or remit penalties imposed by the courts. It is an executive act of clemency that overrides judicial decisions in exceptional circumstances.
Exceptional decision. That's to be an underline.
Underline the purpose to correct miscarriages of justice, show compassion in deserving cases, or address sentences that are unduly harsh.
There are some underlying phrases there.
Do you speak English?
Small. That's
therefore
exceptional.
The forms of mercy. That is, it wipes out the conviction entirely as if the offense never occurred. Secondly, conditional pardon, forgiveness with conditions, e.g. reduce sentences. So that of Maryam, Sanda, is now a conditional pardon. Then commutation, reducing a death sentence to life imprisonment or a lesser penalty. Then remission, cancelling part or all of a fine or sentence. Respite, temporary suspension of a sentence, e.g. for medical reasons. Exercise, usually exercise on the advice of a minister, attorney general, of minister of justice, after review by a committee or advisory board.
Well, I think we'll have to hold your breath because it's really time for us to take this flash.
Are you rushing me?
I am not. But
you say, excuse me, sir. Please, we have to take on the news.
Excuse me, sir. Please, we will have to hold your breath for a...
Don't hold my breath. Are you choking me?
No, I'm not choking you. So, listener, please, this stay and don't go anywhere. I should bring you this flash. And as soon as we are back, we are going to bring you the stories to give you opportunity to equally come in. Yes.
school.
90.1
Badeggi Radio.
News.
Get the latest news in Nigeria and the world on Badeggi Radio. We give you the latest updates and keep you informed 10 a.m. every morning with News Flash. Keep up with what is happening on the globe with news at 12 noon and get more information with news at 5 p.m. Get all you need to know in one place.
News.
A very wonderful good morning to you and welcome to Badeggi Radio News Flash. Non-academic staff union of educational and associated institutions and other university-based unions will continue to embark on industrial action to protect the interests of their members and foster a conducive learning environment. During their screening, the newly appointed military chiefs has pledged to work collaboratively to address all forms of security threats across the country and safeguard Nigeria's territorial integrity. The National Assembly has approved President Bola Tinubu's request to implement the new external borrowing plan contained in the 2025 Appropriation Act. And that's the news flash. Thank you for listening and do stay tuned by 12 noon for the full bulletin.
Badeggi Radio.
It's Throwback Thursday.
Listeners, you're welcome back to your favorite program, the Badeggi Radio Link. And on this program today, we are looking at two issues. First, Maryam Sanda's death sentence, which has been reduced from the death to from pardon to 12 years imprisonment. And again, we shall be taking a look at a statement made by the former INEC boss, Professor Atari Jega, who happened to be Baba's classmate, on how politicians says they must win by all means, and most importantly, as Niger State is stepping into electioneering, a local government election in about 48 hours to come. We shall be looking at that, right after which we open the phone line to give you the opportunity to call. Let's hear Baba submission on the issue of Maryam Sanda.
Not Maryam Sanda, or exceptionally. We are looking at the prerogative of mercy, and we are seeing how it's going to be used, and we are going to look at limitations. In some countries, example of jurisdictions, the United Kingdom, the monarch, on advice of the Secretary of State for Justice, you understand, rarely used. Last full pardon in modern times was for Alan Turing, 2013, which is posthumous. And then in Australia, the Governor General, on advice of the Attorney General, state governors exercise it for state offenses. And then Governor General, on advice of Minister of Public Safety, that is in Canada, that administered via the Parole Board of Canada. And then when you look at India, President Article 72, or Governor Article 161, is it Article 161? With that, and that includes power to pardon sentences, the power to pardon death sentence. So you see there are areas whereby it is an exercise, and then there are limitations, and then they cannot override acquittals or create new offenses. You cannot override acquittal, and you cannot create new offenses. I'm not a lawyer, please. And then there's not a civil disabilities, automatically, e.g., professional disqualifications. You cannot change that. And then subject to judicial review in some jurisdictions if you exercise arbitrarily. That's what you are having now, judicial reviews. Prerogative is a safety valve in the justice system, but it is exercised sparingly to uphold the rule of law. It is exercised sparingly to uphold the rule of law. So how come a cocaine pusher, a drug dealer, a baron, a murderer, a violent criminal, armed robber, you say you are forgiving him?
So what's the benefit? What's the benefit?
I don't know. You know, I'm not in that cycle.
Yes, but very quickly, because of time, we want to give callers opportunity. I want to very quickly, this very issue of politicians wanted to win at all, costs. Now that we're stepping into election, somebody is even asking me, sending a question, and how I wish I can escalate this question to the INEC, State Independent Electoral Commission. He said they hear that Niger State Independent Electoral Commission are going to use, I think, the old polling units, not the ones used in conducting the 2023 election. So please, you should help us verify.
No, am I an INEC officer?
No, I'm
what you do, go to INEC.
We will go.
Go there after this program.
Yes.
All the questions you have, if they cannot come here, interview their PRO. If he can explain, if they have a lawyer, preferably talk to their lawyer to explain those questions. Otherwise, don't organize the election that eventually will be said is a nullity.
Honestly, because people are in dark. We're saying this, people are in dark because people don't know the guy.
Because as a police officer that led was you more or less is more in advance. Is more enlightened about this electoral process, even than the PRO from the INEC himself. The PRO should come here. Although Badeggi Radio is a personal non grata, is according to some people in illegal radio. That is.
Well, before I come to the issue of illegal, probably the platform have not been given to the. I know the PRO should have more. Being a media person, he has more.
No, you mean that they don't have money for public?
Probably.
And that's why the announcement they are making is sparingly.
Probably.
They could not fund.
Probably.
They could not fund public enlightenment.
So at worst,
the whole election coming, the electoral organization is underfunded.
Unless, of course, if it is.
And when Rara came here, Rara made money.
But do you know whether it is only a rule for them? If not, ordinarily, at least a space of a month should have been for enlightenment constantly on the media. But if probably you look at it as it's a walkover.
Do you know?
So why should you flex your muscles?
And why should it be walkover?
Why shouldn't it be?
Why should it be?
Why shouldn't it be where you have the power?
Which power?
Where you own the states.
If you own this, it's private property.
That's how it appears to be.
Is
so
the
what do you
state
do?
Yours?
What do you
if the
do?
people say no, look at Cameroon now. You announce a result that everybody know that it is not acceptable to them. Those who voted, they are now saying this is not what they vote for. They are, look.
Did you have that same political
no, you cannot. You cannot rule out people. You have to be very careful.
But we in Nigeria, we are naturally.
Don't say that.
We are naturally patient.
Don't say that. Be careful. And when we are saying be careful, we are not telling you not to misbehave. If you like, go ahead, do whatever you like. The consequences are there.
If you do misbehave,
go and do whatever you like. In zafi ka ji abunka ni a tambaye ni ne ko na rantsuwa da kai da ka dauki Qur'ani ka ganni was I even there? You have to be very careful when you are dealing with public affairs. It's public. Don't set this state on fire. Don't do anything that will disturb the peace. Allow people to exercise their franchise.
But I'm very much sure. I'm not speaking for the state independent electoral, but I believe if they are adequately, mobilized and empowered, there are some activities that are supposed to be coming up. That's my observation. Yes, sir.
When they say this is my time to get my own share, uncle.
Sai ka sa mutum aiki kuma ka bar shi haka nan jikana yi ka.
To ba san je cinawa ba. When you are eating, they didn't let me eat. Anytime my own chance come, I'll eat. The election comes once in 2-3 years. So can't I make my own money now? Yes. Listen to what is happening in Cameroon. Before you take to phone line. burning places up. What are you doing? You are playing chess.
Well,
Amaka somebody abu.
well, I think
Papaya. If not because this is a life.
Baba, now you open the door now.
You know one thing.
Now you open the door.
The salary, your salary. Of
Now you open the door.
is.
You know, say me, I know Sabi chess. Remember that what Baba say.
Baba, how you want make my money chop if you owe the salary?
See, forget about that one first. Remember me that what Baba said, that calculator on where Baba give that says. Do you know how many people call me on that thing? They swear to God to me. I am on live on radio. They say that calculation, if they follow you, that is the thing. Oh, they say you were saying it jokingly, but that is the way. Oh, a very notable person called me, Baba. I've forgotten. I've not even told you that thing you did that day.
Which one?
So
Palm 1, Palm 2.
serious. So those who know,
Say Baba.
well, let's do justice to the listeners to listen to us. We've been talking for almost close to 2 hours or thereabout. It's an opportunity for you now to call in and make your voices heard on this platform. And of course, for those of you following us on our Facebook at Badeggi Radio 90.1 MHz FM, it's not for you to drop your comments there. We shall be taking them one by one. So let's start getting your calls. Let's start, sending your calls here. Yes.
There's something you don't understand. When you belittle issues, local council election, don't think it's because it's local council, and don't think because our party is always the one winning. If you look at Nigeria, the party that is in power is always winning in the local government.
That is the political culture.
That is the culture. But when people decided to say no, or they will not come out, you go write your result. That's not smartness. The day they begin to react, the day they begin to become conscious, it's all about consciousness. That's why Babangida had Mansa, and that's why Babangida general I'm talking about. I'm not talking of.
I know.
I'm not talking to Taliban.
The whole world knows the Babangida you're referring to.
It's Babangida General Ibrahim Babangida Maigari. I'm not talking of Taliban. Taliban Babangida.
We know
Babangida. That's why Babangida had Mansa, Mamusai. And that's why he brought a vibrant Jerry Ghana to head it round
round peg
in a round hall. Do you understand? And when Abacha was there, I think he brought a Fonogoro. Do you get? And also Babangida was working with Tony Momo, who was who was editor of Daily Times. I will not Tony Momo back in 1978. And I knew Delegiwa way back in 1978 as well, in Daily Times. I started in Daily Times in Lagos. So people can change. A small issue can trigger suppressed frustration. Mama, Mungaji, yeah. They'll start burning places. So don't take anything for granted. Look at Kenya. Look at recently the issue at Madagascar. Look at Nepal.
Well, all these are supposed to be eye-openers to us. Most importantly, our leaders, because it is the leader who...
And then when you are looking at election, like in Nigeria, there is a lot of factors that comes into election. And if it's in the national level, you begin to say, am I doing it right? Am I going to get it right? When you palm 3 out of 5, it goes to 21 line, at 10 kobo per line, using the pool. You know pool, P-O-O-L,
yes.
The Premier League.
Pool.
You know people bet on Premier League.
Yes.
Do you know that?
Of course.
When you are in our way, and then you see we want to draw, and you look at those who are involved, and then the pitch, and when you are at home, and you look at home support, and you see who is visiting you, any game that is home, and they lose, we know whether it is fixed or not. If Manchester United lose at home against, let's say, Arsenal, something is wrong. Or when this Yamal,
Barcelona,
against Madrid. If Barcelona is at home and Madrid try to play Wayo, Barcelona will teach them football. They will play for 30 minutes. Madrid can't touch the ball. Go back, Abani. Am I lying? Do I look like a liar?
So I think Barcelona are biased, and we on this radio we're not biased. I think we have to take it to the phone line. So
And the one Tornadoes are now coming up. Can we beat Tornadoes easily now?
We're not going to beat them.
One our own darling team. Up Tornadoes!
Up Tornadoes. Up callers. Let's give you opportunity to call. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
It's a Luther Senator Basanjo.
You have 1 minute.
Thank you. You say senators these days, they catch them, they put them inside prison.
I don't know
for
that.
cybercrime.
I don't know that one. I don't know that one.
Point of order. Former Governor of Bago, former Governor Bago, please free our Senator Isa Makwa. Thank you. What you people are saying, Baba?
Yeah.
You have been so enlightened to give us hope of life in Nigeria at all, not even in Nigeria, but some enemies, some bad eggs don't want to see what you are talking about. They don't know that you are 80 or 70 something. You are telling us the future coming. Then left for us, we the youth at 20, 30, 35. What are we? You have been enlightened. What is actually happening to the country to feed? Well, like if Nigeria should be a good country, I am telling you, no politicians will come up on board 20 this election on Saturday. No politicians will even come. But you can now see why, because election is coming up. A lot of millions of naira have been what? Given to the masses that you are talking about them day in, day out. If you like, wake up. Like in Paikuro local government, the two candidates are campaigning when the governors set aside not to give a flag barrier. But if a right of constitutional right will be there, does the Paikuro will have chairman of APC?
Thank you, Wasanjo, because of time. We shall come. We're going to see two systems of voting in the Saturday. Probably in some places voter apathy, and in some places there's going to be protest vote. You can't deny that. Hello.
Inakwana kwa paya.
Nakwana Onkulabai.
Yine mesuna Onkulabai daga London Street. Abin da ke faruwa a Nigeria nan gaskiya mu da ba ma jin daɗi. Abin da ya fara kan wannan yara din nan mata din nan yare Kano wanda ta kashe mai gidanta. Sai abin sai ka rasa musulmin da ya kashe mutum a ce aje ita ma aje kashe ta. At the end of the day sai a ce wai tana da gaskiya. To saboda Allah judiciary nan kam suna namu ne suna nasu ne ba mu sani ba. Ya kamata a dauki action akan wannan ba wai magana da shekaru ba ne. A kashe shikenan.
Now go. Don't go there. 0913-857-9001 is number to call. You can as well follow us on our Facebook page at Badeggi Radio 90.1 MHz FM to drop your comment, and of course on our YouTube channel at Badeggi Radio 90.1 TV. Subscribe, comment, and like the page for more programs on Badeggi Radio. Hello.
Hello, morning. Ina kwana.
An tashi lafiya.
Lafiya na kuna tare da Isa Garba na bakin kwastam mai magani.
To barka ka dai.
Barka ka dai yawa, ana magana zaben kamar ko da yake bambance ku sosai ba.
Ba maganan kamar wiki a number 0913-857-9001 is the number to call. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Usman Afaya.
Good morning, Comrade Ahmed.
Yes, good morning, Baba. Usman Afaya, this is the issue of prerogative of mercy. That I'm just looking at it from this direction, that this is a reframing of justice. That reframing something, this political strategy of getting people, because how will you pardon a murder, and then in fact, for example, if you are the late husband, how would your family people first? If I grant you that pardon. So I don't know how people think, and let me tell you, I don't know how these present governments are working, but it seems as if they are confused. You will say something today, tomorrow you will, I don't know. So I think it's high time for the issue of this election. It's high time we put senses to ourselves. Now don't allow anybody to give you 10 naira, 20 naira. I will not buy you kobo. Because after buying you spend a lot of years gaining what is coming to gain. So be careful.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Be careful. Thank you very much. Let's take this first about 2 to 3 Facebook messages before we come back to the phone line. We have this one coming from Mohammed Bukari. He said, good morning. Good morning. About the Maryam Sanda's case, we want an expert to tell us how many days does she have to spend in the correctional facility. Our judiciary need a massive renewed turnover. Secondly, about Professor Jiga's submission is timely, but those in authority hardly listen to words like this. I am pleading with government government for the sake of our democracy and people who fought for it to be sustained. They should strengthen our institution. It is very important. 100. Thank you very much. And now I'm coming from Moses Ezra. He said, Mr. Apaya, if the president lets him pardon all the prisoners in this country, he will never win coming election, no doubt. The failure of this country, Nigeria, is a politician and judiciary moving from one place like he got. Any government or state that lack truth will later end destruction. This is what we are experiencing right now in Nigeria. We love you, men in the studio. Thank you. Yahya Adamu Jabba said, best wishes. Umar Don Azmi said, crime don't pay. That was then. But now, we be like, say, they pay. Ko? Unfortunately, I don't know how to smoke wee-wee for join the wagon. That's your own. It's Haske say good morning. Thank you very much. Let's take it back to the phone lines to have your comments and contributions. 09138579001 is the number to call. Hello.
Hello, salaam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
This is Barrister Usman Adamu.
Yes, you're welcome to the program, sir.
For an albishary.
Yes, you're welcome, Barrister.
Mr. Apaya, like we don't have justice in this country. We don't have justice. Because what we are seeing is upside down. Amma tsakaninmu da su leaders mu Allah ya isa. Suna cuta mana. Sun cuta mana komi. We cannot pay our school fees of our children. Because today, in take maka kai yaran makarantar gwamnati, they will do nothing. Amma sun cuta mana, mun basu da Allah. Duk abin da suka yi, whatever you do today, you pay for it tomorrow. Ina Buhari yake yau, ba Buhari ya ga su ko ba da cikin shi da rama. Bye bye.
Well, I think this is, for leaders who has conscience, for leader who have conscience, I think all this type of things is not something that you should take for granted. Don't take it for joke, because leadership is a test by the divine on you, and you'll be accountable. Hello.
Hello, morning.
Morning, Anga Sheka.
Masha Allah, ina ansa duk wani mai mulki babba da karamin sai ya ji tsoron Allah. Kaga dai talaka sun fara kira suna cewa sun basu da Allah. Kaga an tuke su kenan. An tuke su kenan. Duk inda kaga talaka na kira ana cewa barka da Allah, ka ji tsoron Allah. Nan da dan wani lokaci za ka mutu. Wallahi barin duniya nan da ka kai. Ko me ka tara, na rantsa da Allah za ka bar duniya, za ka zama gawa. Gawa. Wallahi sun matala ko ga kuɗi akwai lokacin da jikinka ba zai amfane ka ba. Ba abin da za ka yi ka more a duniyan nan lokacin zai kare. Saboda tsoron Allah duk wanda yake mulki babba da karami wallahi ya ji tsoron Allah ya kyautata masa talakansa. Ku kalli halin da ta kake ciki. A wanke a tare masa talakansa. A tashi lafiya sunana Isa Garba na bakin kwastam.
To an gaishe ka, we have another Facebook. Let's take it back to the Facebook again. Muhammad Bukar said, Daddy Shaibu Badeggi, may Allah Almighty continue to safeguard you for all of us. I love and like you. Fisabilillah, sir. Anything Baba says is like a preach to we, the youths. Muna godiya, sir. Thank you. And another one coming from Jafar Ibrahim Bindiga said, good morning, dear fellow students and citizens. Let's come out in unity and vote for the candidate of our choice. let's choose credible and integrity driving leaders who will bring true development to our local governments. Remember, our vote is our power. We shouldn't sell it for temporary gain. Vote for credibility, progress, and better future. This is my humble call to all youths as concerned citizens. Thank you and good morning. Yes, I think it's a clarion call. More Olayemi Ojose. Good morning, Apaya, Ibile, and Baba. Kudos for all the dissecting this sensitive national issue. I am of the opinion that Jega's outcry is rather coming too late, as I feel he is contributor to the decadence that has bedeviled our political and electoral system. That's the opinion. Abubakar Musa said, good morning, Mr. Apaya. All the pardoning step taken by Mr. President is nothing but a political strategy and tactics, just like a former President Goodluck Jonathan did between him and Major Hamza Al-Mustafa. Let's take it back to the call. Hello.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is Babaya calling from Mekunkele.
Yes, Babaya, it's been a while.
My brother, if you look at what is happening in this country today, sometimes I feel like shading things. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. I'll be asking myself, why did God create me in such nation or environment called Nigeria?
It's better you say astaghfirullah.
Yes. God. That is why from the nation stage I say astaghfirullah. He knows what he's doing. No matter how people are corrupt, the good ones are still there. But please, our leaders should sit down sometime and have a reflective thinking about Judgment Day. What is happening in this country is not the best. Please, they should call themselves into order. Thank you very much. God help us and bless our country, Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you. They should have the fear of God. Ebile, we're putting up this coming election. Before we go to INEC, what's your prediction?
My prediction? I can't really talk about predictions because we already heard of some parties already saying, they've disenfranchised them already because they didn't register them or they didn't go to register.
NNPP yesterday went to
precise.
court and they were out of court before our program. After our program, that's when they came out of court. They are putting them online.
No, okay. Okay, so we hope to get them maybe today or tomorrow to know the verdict of that particular one. But the feelers I'm getting from outside is that we are going to see a one-horse race. That is what the feelers that we are getting from outside. But it still brings back to the issue of voter apathy that I talked about yesterday, because a whole lot of people now, particularly because of this issue of having a one-man horse race, a whole lot of people are thinking that even though I come out to vote, my vote will not count or something like that. So basically, in essence, what I'm saying is that people should make sure that they go out there to vote. It is very important. That is the only way your votes can count at the end of the day. Because if you don't go out if you don't go out to vote, that is it will make it easier for people to rig. It will make it easier for people to do all sort of mannerless things to change the result and everything. But once you go out to vote and you make sure that you are there while your votes are being counted and you make sure that your votes count. So this is a clarion call to Nigeria to make sure that everybody go out en masse to vote for the candidate of your own choice. Don't look at it that where our votes will not count, the violence will happen somewhere, as the PPR of the police force has already told us that ample security officers will be around all the polling units and also even going around the state to make sure that everywhere is safe and secure. So basically, clarion call out to Nigeria to go out en masse to vote.
Yes, clarion call from Ipile and from me to you as well. Go out en masse and cast your vote so that you could have the opportunity to hold leaders accountable. Hopefully tomorrow, Ipile, if what we are trying to put in place is possible, when we come on global review tomorrow, we will be extraining the local government, the 25 local government, to see the chances and otherwise.
All right.
Yes. Well, listeners, this is where the curtains fall on this program for today. We sincerely like to thank you for listening to this program and many other programs of Badeggi Radio, and most importantly, those watching us via our Facebook, YouTube, and other social media handles. We appreciate you all for your contribution. From all of us here, I am Usman Apaya. Thank you for listening. God bless you and goodbye for now.